Yes, good morning, students. So, today we are going to start with the next one chapter, that is the formal presentations. So, as you people know that is throughout our career we are bound to encounter innumerable situations that require professional presentations to be made. So everyone is going to get there's such a situation that he is going to make at least one of the presentation in his career. Either it may be in the school days, either it may be in the college days. Is it clear? So you are going to prepare your presentation on a particular topic, or if you wanted to give any seminar, then you are going to prepare the presentations. So at least in your career you are going to get the opportunity to present the presentation on a particular topic. Or if you are after that after your education, if you are working in any particular the business, uh, the corporate office or any software companies and all, and yeah, definitely you people are going to get more opportunities to give a presentation about your work, what you have done, about your the product, the projects what you are going to be handling and all. Now here one thing is that the people is going to remember the speakers, that is to whom you are going to call it as a whether the speaker is a successful speaker or a, yes, the speaker is a very inspiring speaker. The successful and inspiring speakers are remembered not only because they are fluent or smooth spoken, that they are humorous, okay, or they are had a very good style of a presentation. So along with that, there is a one more thing, that is the main primary and principal thing, that is because of the message what they are going to be delivered, the ideas what they are delivered. Is it clear? The ideas which cause a change in the audience actions, the ideas which causes a change in the attitudes, lives of the audience. Is it clear? So, or they made the purpose clear to them. So this is the main thing that you can say that he is a very successful speaker or an inspiring speaker when he has made an impact on the audience by their messages and his ideas along with the eloquent. So this is true for all types of the presentations. So there are different types of the presentations are there in the different occasions you are going to present. Either it may be the professional presentations, either it may be the business speeches, either it may be in the classroom lectures, and so on. So you are going to give the presentations. Say for example, here we are going to see some of the examples. Is it clear where the presentation is going to be prepared and delivered? Say for example, if he is a team leader, okay, a team leader may have to present before the corporate body about a product. Is it clear? So that his or her team has brought out. So the team leader wanted to give a presentation about the product, what his team has worked on that particular product. So he is going to give the presentation before his corporate body. The next one is that the top administrators of any institution, they are going to give the presentation about the goals, activities, and achievements of the institutions. Okay, so other things also, what is the mission, what is the vision of that particular institution, what are the achievements are there, either it may be the academic achievements, sports achievements, and all these things. Okay, so a top level administrator of an institution is going to present all these informations through the presentations only. The next one, another one example here, it is that a project manager have to present before a committee the results of a project undertaken. So the project is responsibility of project manager, that how much project they have completed, what are the feasibility studies they have done, what is the cost, okay, so how many team members are there, what they are working, what is the current status, everything he wanted to present before the committee along with the results, and also that's why he's going to prepare a presentation. Next one, another one is that is the students, as I already told about that, a college student is also going to give a presentation on his seminars, on his project reports, whatever the work he has been carried out in front of his faculty members or the professors. Now, these situations call for effective, memorable presentations. Although these circumstances are going to be differ in the purpose, the strategies in making good presentation do not differ much. As you know that the situations may be different. Okay, for the different types of the presentations, either it may be for making the effective presentations or more memorable presentations. Okay, the circumstances may be differ in the purpose of the presentation, but the strategies which you are going to follow to make a good presentation do not differ. Is it clear? Either it may be related to the professional business, either it may be to the classroom lecturers, either it may be given by the student. Is it clear? So the purpose of making a good presentation do not differ much. So now we are going to see that the following the points are to be attended to when preparing for a professional presentation. The first thing here it is that, so whenever you want to prepare for a presentation, okay, so these are all the strategies which you have to follow for a professional presentation. The first thing is that you have to do the planning. Okay, so in the planning what you have to do, so the planning here it is that you are going to study about the occasion, audiences, what is the purpose of the presentation, so what the thesis you have prepared, and what are all your the materials you have prepared for the presentation. Okay, so in the planning you are going to prepare about the occasion, study about the occasion, audience, purpose, thesis, and the material. The next one you have to prepare the outline and structure. So the outline and structure of the presentation, as you told that it contains the three things. So first two things are the common, as you already studied in the report preparation. It should contain the introduction. At the last, it should contain the conclusion. In between is the body part where you are going to include the other informations. The next one is that you are going to choosing the mode of the delivery. Okay, next one is the guidelines for effective delivery, and is also related to your the body language and the voice, and what are the visual aids you are going to use for the presentation. Okay, so these are all the things we have to be concentration for the professional presentation. So next one we are going to start with the first one, that is the planning. So preparing, delivering the first the business presentation, either it may be the public speech or any the classroom presentation in your life. Is it clear? So like it can be daunting. So what do you mean by daunting? It is nothing but the first time whenever you are going to give the presentation, so you may have a fear in your mind, some discouraging through the fear. Is it clear? So how was my presentation and all? Okay, so something is going in your mind, so definitely there is a fear will be there. Okay, so you may find it difficult to decide at that time what you wanted to say, okay, how to say it, or perhaps the thought of speaking before an audience scares us. Okay, so effective presentation enable us to answer all these questions and doubts about our speech before they arise. The content of our speech, how we deliver it, are based on the five important factors. So, if you wanted to give an effective presentation, is it clear? So, that is the what is the content of our speech and how we have to deliver it. Everything is totally depend on the five important the factors. Okay, so what are these particular factors for effective presentation? And the five important factors are: one is the occasion, another one is the audience, third one is the purpose, next one is the thesis, and next one is the material. So we are going to start with the first one, that is the occasion. Okay, so we are going to start with the first one, that is the occasion. So in the occasion refers to the factors such as the what are the facilities available for our presentation, time, and context of our presentation. So facilities means what are the facilities are available. The facilities include the venue. Is it clear? That is the place, or either it may be a local along with the projection, the equipments over there, what type of a lighting is presented over there. Okay, whether proper sitting arrangement is there or not. Is it clear? Proper ventilation is present or not. All these things are going to be mattered. So you have to refer these, that is including the venue, the projection, equipments which are presented over there. Either it may be the computer systems or any other devices which are presented over there, you can use it for your presentation. The projector will be there. Okay, what type of a lighting facility is going to be presented, what type of seating arrangement is there, how many number of peoples are going to sit in that particular hall. Either it may be the seminar hall, is it clear, either it may be the large conference hall. Okay, what type of ventilation is there, all these things you have to see over there. The next one is refers to the time. The time refers to both the time of the day of the presentation and the duration of the talk. Is it clear? So it is refers to that when and what time you are going to give the presentation. Is it clear? That is representing the time of the day, okay, either in the morning or midterm and afternoon, okay. So at what time your presentation will be there, that also plays a very important role. And the duration of the talk according to the time of the day when you are going to give the presentation. So they are going to be say that example straightforward and the factual presentations may work well during the morning hours. Some of the mean the presentations that is straightforward, and some factual presentations that is may work well, okay, when you have to give the presentations, better you have to give it in the morning sessions, okay. But in case of an after a dinner, okay, the speech we may need to adapt our just remarks to the occasion. So this is all about the time that is refers to that is the time of the day of the presentation, and what is the duration of the talk. The third one here, it is the contest. The contest refers to the events which are surrounding our presentation, okay. So here it is that the contest is representing whether you are alone or you are presenting along with your team members and all, it depends upon that, okay. When we are presenting in a team, we need to consider the team members, okay. They might have in the earlier presentation, say for example, one by one they have given the presentation on the different that particular the topics here, okay. And they might have left a positive or negative impression in the minds of the audience, and hence we need to adapt ourselves to the existing situation. Is it clear? Just before our presentation begins, okay. So the occasion dictates not only the content of our speech, but also the duration. Is it clear? The tone and what are the expectations of the audience. So this completes about the occasion, and the next one in the planning we are going for studying about the audience. All audience have one thing in the common, okay. What is that? They are at the receiving end of our communication. So whoever the audience they may be, they are at the receiving end. Is it clear? So they may be our friends, they may be clients, they may be colleagues, they may be students. Is it clear? Sometimes they may be unfamiliar place, the faces. Is clear? So you are not familiar with the people where you are going to give the presentation, or sometimes it is a combination of your the students, professors, lecturers and all. Is it clear? Sometimes you may give a presentation in front of your higher authorities, higher executive officers, okay. So the nature of the audience has a direct impact on the strategy we devise for our the presentation. Is it clear? Hence it is necessary to have some prior knowledge of the audience. Before giving any presentation, we should have the prior knowledge, okay. What type of the audience are presented over there, okay. What is their age limit, okay. What is their knowledge, whether I am giving a presentation in front of the senior people, senior executive officers, senior CEOs, managers, business leaders and all, okay. So how I have to be prepared for that. Is it clear? So according to the knowledge, or whether you are giving a presentation in front of the your friends or in front of your clients or colleagues or the students, okay. What is the level of grasping of the audience? Is it clear? So according to that, you have to prepare our presentation. Is it clear? So here some of the knowledge of the audience what you have to uh, learn before start our presentation is that what are their interest, likes and dislikes. Is it clear? What are the interest of the audience, what they likes and what they dislikes. So whether the audience are they familiar with the topic, is if they already know about the topic, if they're familiar about the topic. Is it clear? How you have to prepare your presentation. Is it clear? Is their attitude hostile or friendly? What is the size of the group? Is it clear? What is the age range of the audience? Okay, is there any gender distribution is there? So all these for all these questions you find the answers before your presentation, okay. Once you clearly identify that what type of audience are there, okay, then only it will help you that in what way you can present your ideas or the messages in front of this particular audience according to their the age, interest. Is it clear? Next one, if we are going to speak about something controversial, So sometimes there is a situation is that okay, sometimes you have to say something which maybe leads to the controversial during your presentation, okay, or if you have to break some bad news, so perhaps so at that time what you have to do, okay, so we can set aside some time before our presentation to chat with those the people who will be affected. Is it clear? So whenever you wanted to say some controversial thing or a bad news, okay, the thing which is going to be affecting such a people, so what you have to do, you have to talk with those particular the people who will be affected. Okay, so what it is going to do, this will help you to build the support. Okay, consider some of the strategies and anticipate the problem. Okay, so this is about the audience. The next one here, we are going for the purpose. So before going to the purpose, we are going to see that what are the tips what are the tips for creating an impact on the audience. Okay, so we'll complete these tips for the creating an impact on the audience. Next one we are going for the purpose. So the tips for creating an impact on the audience is that before beginning your presentation, okay, you first look at all the sections of the audience. Okay, you just have a glance on all the sections of the audience which are present in the room, in the seminar hall, in the conference hall. Always begin with the smile. Is it clear? So whenever you wanted to start the presentation, okay, you begin with the smile and greet them in a pleasant tone. Give the impression that you are not lecturing. As I already told about that, people doesn't like lecturing or preaching. Is it clear? People doesn't like lecturing or the preaching. Already you have studied about in the second and the first module. Is it clear? So you have to give the impression that you are not here to preach. Okay, you are not lecturing, but you are just sharing your views with them. You are sharing your views with the audience. Is it clear? So you just convey this particular message before starting the presentation. So modify your tone material according to the reaction of the audience. Choose the examples that are familiar to the major sections of the audience. Okay, for the example should be chosen in such a way that it should be familiar to the audience. Choose the words as per the audience background. Is it clear? And do not annoyed if there is a slight disturbance among the audience. Concentrate on your ideas and be with the topic rather than thinking out what impression you are making in the audience mind. Inform the audience at the start of your presentation, okay, whether you would prefer to answer the queries at the end or you would not mind being interrupted in between. Okay, so if you are going to convince this, the people may understand that if they are having any doubts. Okay, so according to that what you have told, if you want to answer at the end, they are going to ask the questions after the end of your presentation, or otherwise if you would like to answer in the in between, okay, the people will going to interrupt you and they are going to ask the questions, and you should be able to ready to answer those particular questions. The next one here we are having a purpose. Okay, so there can be three different purposes for the presentation. Why you have to give the presentation? This is the main important thing. Okay, what is the purpose of giving a presentation? So basically three different purposes are there. A presentation, the first one is to inform, second one is to analyze, okay, third one is to the persuade. That is you are going to give the presentation to get approval from higher authorities or to get a support from higher authorities. So the purpose of the presentation not only decides the content and the style, but also affects the amount of audience interaction. Say for example, when our purpose is to provide just information or to analyze the situation. Is it clear? When our purpose is to just provide information or to analyze the situation, we generally interact with the audience in a limited manner. Okay, when our purpose is to pursue people to take a particular action. Is it clear? Whenever the purpose is to pursue people to take a particular action, that is as I already told. Okay, based on your presentation, the people who are presented over there, they are going to make a take some decisions. Is it clear? They may give approval on that particular project, okay, approval on manufacturing that particular product or any other things also. Is it clear? So that is the people to take a particular action and collaborate with them in solving the problem. Okay, so they are going to make some decisions here. The interactions would be more. So this is depending upon the type of the presentation. Okay, so as I told already, so when your purpose is just to provide a information or to just the analyze here the situation, so generally interact with the audience in a limited manner. But what is in case of the presentation is a pursuit that you have to the purpose is to win the approval or to take a support from senior managers and all. Okay, so they are going to take a particular action or they are going to make the decisions. Okay, so the interactions would be more in this type of a presentations. We generally begin by providing, so in these type of a presentations, so what you have to do, you have to talk with the facts and the figures. Okay, so that is going to increase our audience understanding the subject, understanding the matter, understanding the ideas, the things. Okay, so clearly, so then only it will help for them to take a particular action. Okay, or to collaborate with them in some particular in solving a problem or to make the decision. So here we, in this type of presentations, we invite them to participate by expressing their needs. Is it clear? So suggesting the solutions, formulating the conclusions and the recommendations. So in these type of presentations, that is in the pursuit type of and they, if the purpose is pursued at that time, okay, you are inviting them, the participants, by expressing the needs, suggesting the solutions, formulating the conclusions and the recommendations. The next one is that is after the completion of the purpose, how you are going to give the presentation, that is to inform, analyze or to pursue. The next one here, it is the thesis statement. What do you mean by this thesis statement? The thesis statement is very important in a presentation because it spells out what is the subject. Is it clear? The thesis statement is very important because it spells out the subject and establishes its impact among the audience. Okay, using a question or a sentence a fragment should be avoided whenever you are going to preparing the thesis statement. Is it clear? Whenever you are going to write a thesis statement, using a question or a sentence fragment should be avoided. Thesis statement should be written with a simple language. You should be used to frame a complete declarative statement. Okay, presentations, here is one of the example that, so there is one of the candidate who wanted to make a presentation. So he has chosen the topic that is choosing a reputed university for higher education. So he wanted to give a presentation on, so choosing a reputed university. Is it clear? If you, how you have to choose a reputed university for your higher education, based on that the one particular candidate wanted to give the presentation. So here is that three different types of the thesis statements are written. Now we are going to see about that. Out of these three statements, which one is the right one? As I've already told, the thesis statement should not be written using a question or it may be the sentence fragment. Always it should be written with a simple language. Okay, it should be complete declarative statement. Now you are going to say that, okay, here is a one of the example he has written the thesis statement. Okay, why should we be careful in choosing a reputed university? See here, this is the thesis statement he has written. Okay, why should we be careful in choosing a reputed university, question mark. Okay, so this the statement, it is like a question mark. Okay, we should not write like this. Okay, this not reflect the content, it is representing the question, it is not reflecting the content. Okay, we should not write uh, like this the thesis statement. Okay, this is a type of question. Another one is that second one, so the thesis statement may be written like this. Okay, choosing a reputed university for higher education. So this is the thesis statement. What they have written is that this is a sentence fragmented. Okay, it is a fragmented, it does not tell anything about anything specific. Is it clear? So it just simply saying that choosing a reputed university for higher education. Okay, it does not tell anything specific. So that is a repetition of the, it is the repetition of the topic of the presentation. Already we have given the name of the topic as choosing a reputed university for higher education. So once again the thesis statement is also writing the same. So that's it is the repetition of the topic of the presentation. Okay, third one we are going to say that, okay, choosing a reputed university for higher education has 5 significant advantages. Okay, now this one is the right one. So here is the purpose, the content will be there, that it is going to tell the audience that they will know after the end of this particular presentation, they will know, okay, what are the benefits are there. They know these particular benefits after listening to your presentation. So here you have cleared that why they have to listen your presentation, that is choosing a reputed university, because in that you have written that if they listen, they will get the 5 significant advantages here. Is it clear? So this tells the audience that they will know the benefits after listening to the presentation. So this is the right thesis, the statement. This is the complete and a declarative statement which is written in the normal simple language. Okay, so people will understand the benefits, and this is the content will be there, why they have to listen to this particular presentation. So as I already told, the first two thesis statements are ineffective and third one is a effective statement. So here is the example here how you have to write. Is it clear? So here it is that first you have to write the name of the topic, that is the choose a reputed university for higher education. This is the topic of a presentation. Next one you are going to write a topic area. Okay, so area, what you have to write is that what are the advantages of a reputed university. Okay, then next you have to write what is the general purpose of your presentation. The general purpose is to inform, as I already told, either it may be inform, analyze or the pursued. These are the three purposes are there of the presentation. So here the general purpose is to inform the audience, that is the advantages of reputed university. Next you have to write a specific purpose. So specific purpose is that I wish to tell my audience about what are the benefits they will gather by choosing a reputed universities. Next one you have to write a thesis statement. Okay, choosing a reputed university for higher education has 5 significant advantages. Okay, so these are all the steps arrive at your thesis statement, that is a topic, topic area, general purpose, specific purpose, and next one is a thesis statement. Okay, the next one is the materials. So once we complete formulating our thesis, we need to develop the information, okay, that elaborate it. Collecting the material requires some research. Okay, say for example, if you are explaining the particular process or a procedure in our presentation, so here the main the text or the content of a presentation will include a series of steps involved. The second example it is that when we are giving the presentation about a particular product, is it clear? So here we need the complete information about the product. Okay, we have to collect the information pertaining to the competing products and other features also. Not only we have to collect the information about the product that what you are presenting, we have to collect the information about other products also which are giving an counter to this particular product. Okay, so other products which are in the market, so which are giving a counter to this, so we have to collect the information pertaining to the competing product and what are their features. You have to collect it. For collecting the information, what you have to do? Okay, so as I told already, we have studied about that. So for preparing the information, for collecting the information, you have to visit the library. Okay, you may refer the different books related to your the topic and all. Next one is that connect to the internet and search it in the internet, refer the magazines, refer the newspapers, and if you are having any organizational records, you refer it. Okay, if you are having any already existing the statistics reports are there previous year. Okay, and all these things, all the statistics reports you have to report it. If any, you can refer already existing publications and all, and you can do some of the surveys here. Okay, through the surveys and interviews also you can collect the information. Okay, so once we finish collecting the materials and ideas for our presentation, we should assemble them at a one place. Okay, next one is that we may list all the ideas on a piece of paper, and then you have to go for organize them and filter the content. Is it clear? So this is all about the first one, that is about the planning. So we have studied about the occasion, audience, purpose, thesis statement, and material. Okay, so the next one we are going for the outlining and the structuring in the next class. Okay, thank you very much.